Today, I was absolutely blown away by the performance of Baaeed. So blown away that I dusted off the camera that's been sat under my bed for the last few months and made a video. And I'm very apologetic for the delay in uploading. I'll hopefully get into a routine of things and we'll get going. But anyway, I wanted to come on and just talk about the performance, just give some of my thoughts, talk you through it. It was just an absolutely sensational race. It must have given old horse racing fans the feel of a Frankel or the Sea the Stars. Now, both of those two were before my time, but I won't be making any comparisons of those, otherwise this video could go a completely different way. But I now understand why people just cannot stop talking about them and keep making the comparisons, because they want to see one as good as. But this was the best horse I've seen in real time. Absolutely sensational. Let's get stuck into the race anyway. As the stalls opened high definition, he jumped off and he was taking them along. Aidan O'Brien pitching in a pacemaker in a Group 1. That's unlike him, isn't it? They got a bit strung out after it must have been about 2 furlongs. I think Mishriff was just chasing him home. But there he was, Jim Crowley had Baaeed hung up in rear, ridden with complete confidence, as you would expect from a jockey who's riding a horse who was 9 from 9 and on for his 6th Group 1 in a row. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Swinging the bend, Jim Crowley had a choice. He could either take that outside route or he could burrow the inside route and go between horses. He took the second option. Now, I'm not saying it was a race-defining move by any means, but it was a fantastic move. Splitting Native Trail and stablemate Dubai Honour. He just stuck a target on Mishriff's back. We all knew that Mishriff was the likely horse to chase him home. He stuck a target on James Dawes' back. And about the 2 furlong pole is when you knew the race was over. I believe the commentator said something along the lines of this is untrodden waters or for Baaeed, but realistically, he was travelling all over them. It was an absolute sight to see. This was the performance that I wanted to see from Baaeed, if I'm honest with you. I always felt as if Jim Crowley may have been just holding something back with this horse, holding something for another day. And today was that day, and how brilliant it was to see him extend. That push-button acceleration of a really, really talented miler, and then hitting the line like he would stay an extra 2 furlongs. Maybe an extra 2 furlongs around Longchamp on heavy ground. I don't know if that's a bit of a stretch, but I'd love to see it. Truly, truly sensational performance. And obviously, it'd be rude to not talk about Mishriff. It does take 2 to tango to make these big races. And he was sensational in his own right. I wouldn't say he was at his absolute best, but given some of the slatings I saw about him potentially being a little bit gone at the game, always slow to break, he was disappointed in the King George, and he disappointed over in Riyadh on the dirt after winning the year before, wasn't the force of old. He gave us the line to prove how good Baaeed was, and thank God that he was there. I suppose the disappointment would definitely have to be Native Trail in the race. Second in the Guineas, won the Irish Guineas, and then second in a Coral Eclipse. I don't think he's run his race, but the 3-year-old milers, if you want to call them a miler, they seem to have disappointed. They haven't dazzled the way that I thought they would. Obviously, Kariba's disappointed on the weekend as well. I wonder if that was a bit of a flaky division, but hopefully they can bounce back. I'm going to leave you on one parting little thought that I'd love to hear you guys discuss in the comments section. Unfortunately, I believe the plan for Baaeed is going to be the Champion Stakes. But if he was yours and you'd decided he was staying on as a 5-year-old in training, what would be your route to retirement? That's what I'd like to know. What would be your steps to retirement? Would you start him off at a mile? Would you start him off at a mile and 2? Would you be pushing for the Arc? Would you be going to the Breeders' Cup? Let me know down below. I can't wait to see your opinions. And if you haven't, make sure you did what I did when you get home and sit back and watch that race 10 times. Stunning stuff. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully I can do a couple more of these. And hopefully I'll see you very soon.